Striking new view of the crisis on our southern border this morning. Congress may have left town for summer vacation after failing to address the influx of migrants, but the women and children just keep on coming. And ABC's Jim Avila has been on the front lines with the Border Patrol along the Rio Grande.
August is not vacation month on the Rio Grande. During the next 38 days, while Congress is on vacation, an estimated 5,700 unaccompanied minors will cross the border illegally. 155 a day, and Luis Rodriguez of the Border Patrol will be working to stop them.
We're going to be looking for launch points on the Mexican side.
Luis is on a boat patrol on the river with his partner Cesar.
We deter the traffic from crossing, especially the traffic that doesn't want to be caught. Now, the traffic that wants to be caught, we can't deter them.
Like this raft filled with 16 people.
All right, put me down, man.
Mostly moms and kids and unaccompanied children from Central America. These are the refugees who don't run from the Border Patrol, they run to them. Children like this 7-year-old who crossed with his slightly older brother, and this 17-year-old girl who tells the agent she came to escape the violence.
The violence over there doesn't allow us to go to school. That's why we're coming over here.
They may not be running, but it still takes manpower to round them up. 200 more agents moved to the Rio Grande sector last month, and 2 new airboats were added this week. The Border Patrol hoped to pay for them with more money from Congress, money that isn't coming anytime soon. Sad, says Luis, because the surge was working. What do you see?
Well, we're finding less riots. We're finding less, obviously, what we call give-ups. The groups that come across and look for us. So the numbers have gone down recently.
And you think that's because the message is getting across?
I wouldn't know about the message getting across. So all I can say is that I think what's been doing is that the more patrols that are out here.
Because on the Rio Grande, unlike in Washington, there is no summer vacation. For Good Morning America, Jim Avila, ABC News, McAllen, Texas.
Okay, so with Congress on vacation and the crisis raging on, what's next? Let's go to the Capitol and ABC News senior Washington correspondent Jeff Zeleny. So, Jeff, is everybody really gone there, and is the president now likely to act alone?
Good morning, Dan. Yes, it is a ghost town up here, but it's a dysfunctional ghost town at that. Congress, unwilling or unable to reach a compromise, left town, so that really leaves this in the hand of President Obama and the White House. And the White House is preparing to take a series of executive actions on immigration, perhaps as early in the coming weeks, certainly by the end of the summer. One senior administration official tells me this morning what they're really focusing on is all these young migrants, like we saw in Jim's report. The president could sign some type of order to allow them to stay in the country, but they're also considering much more, perhaps allowing work permits for some of those 11 million undocumented workers to stay in the country as well. Now, this is going to be politically very explosive here. It's coming in the middle of a midterm election year. Congress is already accusing the White House of overstepping its authority, but in a sense, they've left the White House not many options here. So the president, as we heard him say yesterday, is going to take action on his own. We'll see what that is in the coming weeks.
This Congress, the 113th, may go down in history as the least productive. I know we're coming up on midterms, and that can always make things grind to a halt. But what's going on here?
It is the least productive, Dan. I can tell you I've been covering Capitol Hill for more than a decade, and it is the least productive we've seen in a long time. What's really going on here, both sides are backed into their corners. Republicans are trying to win control of the Senate. So that has Democrats locked up. Republicans are trying to pick up 6 seats to win control of the Senate, and that means that so much dysfunction up here because no one wants to get anything done. It's all about campaign politics, at least for the next 3 months, Dan.
Dysfunction, the operative word, at least for the foreseeable future. Jeff Zeleny, thank you.